Hi, everybody. Well, I got another unboxing to perform for you. For those of you who do not know, I haven't mentioned a particular um, franchise in sci fi that I absolutely loved as a kid. Um, and I'm talking about Battlestar Galactica. Okay, yeah, I'm talking about the original series. I wasn't too keen on the remake series that the Sci Fi Channel dished out some years ago. I tried to give it a shot, and I couldn't get into it. I just couldn't get into it, and I can make another whole video about that. But that's not what this is about. What this is about is I went to Forbidden Planet downtown Manhattan. I got myself a Battlestar Galactica collectible. I don't have a collectible of Battlestar Galactica. I got my Godzillas. I got my Star Wars. I got my Michael Myers, but I don't have a Battlestar Galactica collectible. So I found this, and this is one of my favorite ships from the series, the Cylon Raider. Now, for those of you who are not that familiar with Battlestar Galactica, I would highly recommend you watch it. You can watch either the original series, which I prefer, that came out in 1978, or and it was every Sunday night on Channel 7 on ABC. They would play it. It was a series. And this came right after. This came on the heels of the original, the first Star Wars film. So, since George Lucas kind of broke the boundaries of a new kind of look of sci-fi and spaceships and epic space battles and stuff like that, Battlestar Galactica came very close. However, it had a very unique, different story altogether. The idea of it is that for thousands of years, human beings have kind of like colonized throughout the galaxy, and there's one particular area where it originated, or kind of semi-originated, what they called the 12 colonies. These system of 12 planets that were inhabited, and they had a fleet of battle stars, and they were in a thousand, if I'm correct, a 1,000 year war with a half reptilian, half robotic race called the Cylons, who were intent on destroying all humanity. I mean, they were real bad guys. And what happened was that if you watch the original film, because it started out as a movie and then it became a series, there was a kind of a betrayal from the human side that led to the downfall of the 12 colonies being all destroyed and eradicated by the Cylon Empire. Of course, there was a ragtag group of ships that escaped, filled with humans that were trying to survive. And Lauren Green, famous actor at the time, played the commander of the Galactica, the Battlestar Galactica, where he was leading them to a mythical world that was in their ancient writings. That they always thought it was a myth, but he believes it was true. So he says that was the best hope for their survival as a species from the Cylons, and that would be Earth. Yep, Earth, planet Earth was that 13th colony. And it gets into this whole thing into this as you get into the series. It really, and I think I loved that a lot. I loved the mythology behind that concept. It was a great story, and to this day, if they would play it, I would watch it. I would actually just watch only certain episodes though that were really in deep, you know. But enough of the rant. I'm gonna unbox this now and show you what this is. It's if I can find the way. Okay, and like I said, this is a pretty cool. Okay, so we first have a little booklet here. This is what the Cylon Raider looks like. I used to have a toy of this. They had toys, just like I had the Star Wars toys. Oh, look, the rise of the Raiders. There's a little description about how the Cylons rose to power. They kind of, that whole thing with Terminator, how the machines took over eventually. That's kind of what happened to these guys. So the concept of the Terminator goes way back into the 70s. Anyway, there's a concept design of the Cylon ship, which I think is completely badass, and I love. So I had one just like this, but it was a toy. You could shoot missiles out of it, little red stuff, pew pew. All right, I'm being a kid. So, let me open it and see what we got. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Look at this. Look at that. Okay, comes with a stand, right? So I have a few stands. I have my Millennium Falcon. I have my... Oh, wow, it's heavy. It's heavy. Oh man, this thing is made of like some kind of heavy metal or something. You see? Look, this is it, right? And now, if you look closely at it, there you go. There's the sharpness. The cockpit, as you can see in the front, housed not one but three Cylon Centurion pilots that would be in charge of the cannons. These are the laser cannons right here on either side there, and they would also drop bombs onto, you know, these are the engine, twin ion engines or whatever you want to call them. This was an amazing ship. You know, the humans had the Colonial Vipers. I'm gonna get one of those too. Those were pretty cool too. They were considerably smaller than these. These were far larger because the Cylons were kind of big and they had no remorse. So this is it right here, and it comes with a stand. Right here, I'm gonna put it up in about a minute. I don't need the box anymore. And this is an amazing new addition to my collection. Again, I was a big fan of Battlestar Galactica, and and if you saw the Cylon Raiders in the remake on the Sci-Fi Channel, in my opinion, are whack. They look whack. They don't look cool. This looks cool. All right. These look like bats or something. Ready to I don't know who designed those. So here it is, the Cylon Raider, right? Part of my collection. And what are your thoughts about Battlestar Galactica? Have you seen it? Which one do you like more, the original series from the 1970s or the sci-fi version? Talk to me. Comment below and share with me what you think about Battlestar Galactica. Ralph Perez here from Strange Planet.